In this video, I'm going to talk about how I think veterans should read VA decisions, specifically decisions they don't like. Now, this is the third video in a series I'm making about VA decisions. I don't think you need to watch them all. I don't think you need to watch them all in order. But if there's something in here that's confusing, then maybe go check out one of the other earlier videos. So this may seem like a weird thing to talk about, but the best way to start fixing a bad decision from the VA is to understand exactly what the VA said and also what the VA didn't say. That way, you can find errors and use them to your advantage as you continue to fight your claim. Now, I know bad VA decisions can be very frustrating, but you have to get past your frustration and read the decision as objectively as possible. I recommend a pretty straightforward process to do that. The first step is just to read the decision. And if the decision makes you mad, put it down and walk away. Give it a few hours, give it a day, give yourself time to calm down. Then once you're calm, read it again. And if it makes you mad again, put it down and walk away. Repeat this process until you can read the whole decision calmly and carefully from start to finish. Next, start making notes of whether the VA included everything they were supposed to. Write down whether each of those things was in the notice letter or the decision itself and what page it was on. This is where my earlier videos can come in handy, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, go check those out. Now, once you've done that, go back to the rating decision. First, look under the heading titled Decision and double check that the VA listed every disability that you thought they were going to give you a decision on. And by the way, later, you should go through your own files and make sure that you can point to the specific document that proves you raised each of those issues to the VA. Okay, after you've done that, I want you to skip the evidence section for now and go to the reasons for decision section. We'll come back to the evidence section later, but stay with me. And here is where good notes are going to help you out a lot. So go through each disability in the reason for decision section. And for those disabilities where the VA says you're not service connected, write out the steps that you have to prove to establish a service connection for that specific disability. All right, next, for every disability, regardless of whether the issue is service connection or just that they rated you too low or something else, make a note of the specific things the VA looks for at each percent level of disability rating. These are the things you have to prove to establish a specific rating. Now, for those disabilities where the VA rates you too low, they should have done a good part of this work for you in the decision, at least for AMA decisions, because they should describe what you need to prove for the next higher level of rating. But don't stop there. Go to the regulation, look it up, check the VA's work, and also look at the ratings higher up than just the next level up. You may meet the criteria for those as well. You don't know unless you look at the reg. So once you've made notes of everything you have to prove, and remember, it is your obligation to prove your claim, then you go back to the evidence section and make sure every piece of evidence you need to prove is listed in the evidence section. If something is not in there, now you have a task. Go get that evidence and file it in a supplemental claim. Or you may have to get the VA to fulfill their duty to assist. Or maybe the evidence was submitted and the VA missed it. Also, even if the evidence is there, think about whether that evidence is as strong as it could be. You may need to go get more and better evidence. Now, once you've got the evidence sorted out, then turn to the law and start asking whether the VA applied the law correctly to the evidence in your claim. This is where things can get very complicated very quickly, depending on your claim. And it's more than I can get into in this video. Now, if all of this gets to be too much, bring in some help. You don't have to hire me. There are lots of attorneys and VSOs out there who will help you. Make sure they're accredited by the VA, that you trust them, and you can work with them, because you're probably going to be working with them for a while. Anyway, this was a basic overview. There are other evidence problems and law problems that may pop up when you read your decision. Effective dates is one that immediately comes to mind. but it is by no means the only one. Regardless, at a minimum, if you can carefully read your decision, you should know whether you need to add evidence to your claim or whether you need to argue that the VA got the law wrong. And it could very well be both. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That'll help other veterans find it. And if you want me to help you with your VA claim, you can reach out to me through my website, walshvetlaw.com. Thanks for watching.